Say, you're using a large language model to write a joke. You want it funnier? But how funny exactly? A little drier, more absurd, maybe less cheesy, but still playful. So you keep rephrasing and going back and forth, hoping the next prompt gets closer. But the chat just keeps continuing, and after a while you lose track of what changed, what instruction really mattered, and why the results shifted at all. There are two fundamental challenges when prompting large language models. First, the gulf of execution. Natural language is imprecise for expressing degrees of subjective preferences like tone, humor, or formality. This leads us to our first design goal, reifying preferences as precise, manipulable controls. Second, the gulf of evaluation. As your chat history grows, it becomes nearly impossible to compare versions or understand which instruction really caused which change. This motivates our second goal, review how each control shapes the output and support structured comparison. Now imagine you can move beyond just editing text, and instead turn those fuzzy preferences into controls you can directly manipulate. With malleable prompting, qualities like humor, tune, or formality become interactive inline widgets you can adjust, inspect, and compare across outputs. Here's how it works. Start with a simple prompt. Write a blog post to compare iPhone 15 and Pixel 8. The system enriches it, suggesting relevant preferences you might want to control, like tone, length, and which aspects of the phones to compare. Then, with one click, these preference expressions transform into interactive widgets. Funny becomes a slider you can drag from not at all to very much. 3 paragraphs becomes a stepper. The system automatically parses each expression and picks the right control type. The system even auto-suggests drop-down options like camera, battery, performance, so you can explore comparison dimensions you hadn't considered before. A toggle lets you flip features like tables on and off. Every control lives directly in line in the prompt. Once you generate, you can inspect exactly how each widget shaped the output. Click Price, and the system highlights every phrase influenced by the comparison dimension. Click Funny, and you see word-level attribution. With green for humor, the widget is encouraged. Red for formal terms, it is suppressed. Now want it funnier? Just drag the slider up to turn up the degree of humor from normal to more. Want fewer paragraphs? You can adjust the stepper by reducing the stepper value. Compare performance instead of price. Swap the texture content through selecting a new option within the dropdown. Once you're ready, just hit Generate and instantly see the results. The results becomes more humorous with tighter structure, which follows exactly the dimensions you chose. Want to make changes to the preference mid-session? Just type a new preference, like sarcastic, right into your prompt. The system can instantly turn into a slider. Crank it up, and the system can help regenerate a new version that matches the newly added preference. As versions accumulate, a version graph tracks every configuration. Node colors shows your drop-down choices, field shows toggle states, and size reflects slider intensity. You can also visually compare between branches, revisit any past revisions, and continue refining from there. We evaluated malleable prompting in a within-subject study with 12 participants. Compared to standard prompting, our system produced significantly higher quality outputs, and the participants reported drastically stronger sense of control. Our qualitative findings revealed 4 themes. First, fine-grained control. Participants found widgets offered more granular adjustments than natural language alone. Second, structured evaluation. Version control and attribution helped user compare iterations and understand what changed. Third, preference discovery. Enrichment surfaced preferences user hadn't initially considered. And fourth, intuitive mapping. Users naturally associated sliders with tone, dropdowns with categories, and toggles with binary choices. Thank you for watching our demo video, Malleable Prompting from Words to Widgets for Controllable Large Language Model Generation.